Travis Boak has won the toss. Port Adelaide kicking to the Lockett or Fletcher end in this opening quarter. Crowd has built up here at Etihad Stadium. Saturday night footy. It's the Bombers and Port Adelaide. Here's Michael Christian to get us underway.
So the umpire about to get this big game underway, and Ryder up against Bell Chambers. Ineffective ruck play. Comes to Wines, who hacks it out of mid-air towards half forward. Gray got down low. Robbie Gray couldn't control it. Trengove could. Beautiful handball to Ebert. Ebert, a wild old handball in the tackle. Only as far as Collier for the Bombers. He loops a 15-metre handball wide to Fantasia. Beautifully done with the handball to Merritt. Back to Fantasia. Got tackled. Shrugged the tackle. Now the handball wide to the wing to Heppel. Long kick towards Danaher. Edged out by Jonas. Ball to the back. Running free to the pocket. Socked by Green. Josh Green from about 20 metres. Deep in the left forward pocket is offline through for a behind. So an exciting build-up there for the Bombers. And the first score of the evening. So that goes to Essendon. So Port to bring it back into play on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard.
So short little kick in for Port Adelaide by Tom Cleary. Shorey and Half, just your selections for tonight?
I've got to go Port Adelaide, but they worry me at times, but I think Port Adelaide's been in better form.
I can trust Port. I'm not sure I can for Essendon just yet.
Chriso?
Yeah, Port for me.
Homsch kicks outside, defensive 50. Going up to the mark, Dixon couldn't quite bring it down. Westhoff was held by Hartley and will get a free kick. So Justin Westhoff between wing and half back for Port Adelaide on this Dockland side of the ground to take the free kick. Essendon one behind, Power yet to score. Inside the opening 90 seconds here at Etihad Stadium on a Saturday night. Westhoff just stabs at a pass straight down the wing. Nice easy mark taken by Wingard.
Good to see the Chad back for the Power.
Returns this week. Been battling a calf injury for about a fortnight. Back in the side tonight. To left half forward. Trengove for the mark. Now kicks toward the top of the goal square. Grey direction, but coming across out in front. Strong mark taken by Marty Gleeson defensively for the Bombers.
Played really well last week, Marty Gleeson, against the Giants. Took 4 or 5 really key marks in that area of the ground.
Long kick to half back, or he kicked to a 2-on-1 against Essendon. Here's a chance for Cleary, and that was a good result. Stewart for Essendon put enough pressure in to see the ball over the boundary line. So a good result there for the Bombers. So a boundary throw in left half forward for Port Adelaide.
Hurley to Trengove for the Power, and Hartley's got Dixon.
Yeah, it's a big challenge. Ryder in front, wins it down towards Wines. He's got it, and you get out of the tackle. No, Bell Chambers collared him. Now a chance for Merritt. Does well, slip the handball through to Bell Chambers, to Goddard. They do it well to Stewart, to Kelly, to McGrath. Another handball further afield to Howlett, back to McGrath. Now a handball to Gleeson in the centre. They worked it well. Now one-on-one inside the attacking 50. Hooker couldn't take it. Getting back to help Jonas, did it well. Handball to Hartley. Great tackle. Great tackle coming from Hooker. And it's been rewarded. And a free kick to Essendon, 30 from goal, directly in front. And what a great example of forward half pressure there.
That's normally the domain of the Power from the numbers and how they've played this year, but that was terrific from the Bombers. It's a really good one-on-one with Homsch doing a great job on Hooker for that initial ball. Came in high and long there from the Bombers. Great transition through the middle, but if you are going to get that sort of pressure from your big guys, particularly, Shorey, you're a chance.
I tell you what, Fantasia would be filthy, because I thought he put the first tackle on and held on, and then he came over the top, Hooker.
He'd be a better option, I reckon, too.
Must kick this to get the Bombers off to a good start, and he does. So the Bombers on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard, a 1-1-7. Port yet to score. 3 played in this opening term. And a great start, as you said, Half. Some great transition through the midfield from the Bombers.
Yeah, terrific play from the half-back. Tommy Bell-Chambers involved, and you've got some of the really experienced players, Goddard, Heppel and Merritt as well. But the dash from Gleeson was terrific. We don't often see him being that link-up player from half-back, but he read what was happening, charged straight down the middle, got a great handball from McGrath, it might have been at the time, and got that ball deep inside forward 50. And again, Shorey, efficient inside forward 50. Gone in twice, they've scored twice.
Opening quarter brought to you by Chemist Warehouse. Bombers 7, Port Adelaide yet to score. Bell Chambers to go up against Ryder. Bounce favoured Ryder. He wins it down. Wanted Ebert, but Bell Chambers got the pick up. Hoofs it towards centre half forward. Mark taken for Port Adelaide by Darcy Byrne-Jones. He immediately releases by foot, up toward half forward, wanted Trengo, pushed out of the contest, Hurley able to get the pick up, short little handball to Bell Chambers, didn't want to bend over and pick it up, so hacked it off the ground. Howlett runs onto it, he can't pick it up, Orazio Fantasia goes with the soccer skills, picked up by Hooker, centre half forward, handballs it across to Green, he in turn got it to Stewart, another one for the Bombers.
Great play.
They moved it magnificently on that occasion, Essendon. The Bombers 2-1-13. Port Adelaide yet to score. 5 gone opening term for Chemist Warehouse from half back all the way through the centre. Daniel Harford.
Yeah, terrific against Shorey, and the speed of the ball is what really caught the eye at the moment.
It's hard to keep that up for a whole game, but it's beautiful to watch if early in the game, and they've done it twice so far. But quick handball off half back, keep the ball in the corridor. Nearly impossible to defend at the other end of the ground.
So a great start to the Bombers here at Etihad Stadium, 2-1. Port yet to score. A couple of interchanges with Zaharakis coming on the ground along with Myers. Watson off, so back in the centre, Ryder decisively, this time the Wines. Good tackle, Zaharakis picked up by Heppel, dispossessed, Boak's got it, handball is effective to Broadbent. Now a handball to Wingard, he threads one through to Sam Gray. Long left foot kick inside the attacking 50, numbers with the Bombers. Getting back Kelly's got it, tackle from Trengo, but he got the handball off in the nick of time to Hurley. Hurley delivers beautifully to McDonald, Tibbon Woody. Just backward to right centre wing for the Bombers. Now the kick into the corridors, precise. Mark taken by Hooker. Run past by Zaharakis. Handball to Heppel. Handball further afield to Bell Chambers, who's busy early. Handball to Myers. They switch it to the city side with a handball to Bagley. Now the long kick towards half forward. Fantasia's got it. Too far out to score. Zaharakis is free if he finds him. He goes beyond that. Long towards Danaher. At the back, here's a chance. McDonald, Tibbon Woody made some good ground given he was involved in the back half, but it's through over the pack for a rush behind. So the Bombers 2-2-14 on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Port yet to score.
Tiff, quickly down to you.
Hamish Hartlett just come off for Port. He's got an issue with his left hamstring being assessed now.
Injury news for Morris Blackburn Lawyers. Kick into Shocker. Bell Chambers, 55 out. Off a step, Tipper! Oh, he flew nice and high, but couldn't complete the mark. Westhoff takes it, short little pass to Travis Boak.
That would have been mark of the year.
So disappointing.
He almost had the roof. Boak short.
He had the sit from a long way out too. It was coming.
Wine still inside defensive 50. The replay's just gone up on the big screen. See, he brings excitement to the game, doesn't he? Ball up against the boundary line. Tringo sees it over, and we'll see a boundary throw in. We'll catch our breath. Take us through the Yarra Valley Toyota replay, gents.
Well, he got the legs on the outside of the shoulders of his opponent there, Holmes, and just launched. He had the sit. He ran from about 20 metres away as the ball came in. It was the perfect fly set. He just couldn't grab it.
From the boundary throw in, a chance for Port Adelaide. Westhoff's got a good tackle by Howlett, got a kick away, only as far as Collier. Now a chance for Zaharakis, does well. Handball to Kelly. Oh, he's tackled, slipped the impy tackle. Well played, Kelly. Now the long kick inside the attacking 50. Where's Danaher? Fisted away by Homsch, dangerously towards the goal line. It had enough on it, the ball though, to cross between the point and goalpost for another rush behind. But this Port Adelaide defence is under extreme pressure early going in the big match at Etihad. Essendon 2-3, Port yet to score.
Half, just when you get a sec for Southern Star Group, time in forward half, because it doesn't seem to be up the other end at all in the opening 8 minutes. Ball kick from Broadbent, outside defensive 50. Ryder tries to knock it on, gets the Bronx cheers from the Bomber faithful. Howlett knocks it away, up to Heppel, runs to 52 out, drop punt, goal square, no one able to mark. James Stewart at ground level. Here's McDonald, Tippin Woody, snaps. Not enough. Misses to the near side. Made the goal umpire work nonetheless. Bombers 2-4-16. Port Adelaide yet to score. 6 scoring shots to zip in the opening 8.5 minutes for Chemist Warehouse.
Killing on the outside, 27-12 uncontested possessions. And for your question, Shane, 64% forward half for the Bombers on the Southern Star Group stat sheet. Windows and doors.build.
Pittard long towards half back, off hands taken by Heppel. Good tackle. Wines ties him up. Ball up.
I tell you what, they've just got to get the ball in their hands and use some possession football, I think, to slow the game down, Port Adelaide.
So Bell Chambers out muscles Ryder on this occasion. Sharked at ground level though by Wingard. And where's the ball not coming out? Oh, I thought the umpire was going to ping the Port Adelaide player on that occasion, but he's decided to ball it up near the point of the square, left half forward for Essendon. Well done this time by Ryder. Gets it down. taken though by Myers. He's immediately tackled. So just a pause. It's been a frenetic opening. 3 ball ups in the last minute. So can we clear it this time? Bell Chambers, Ryder reaches over the top. Beautiful tap to Ebert. Handball off to Pollack, who kicks short, and it's a well-directed kick into the arms, the big mitts of Charlie Dixon. He turns, kicks towards half forward. Up in front, Trengove, who's been taking a couple of nice marks. Now his man, Hurley, fell over, so he plays onto a vacant goal square. Long kick, and I'm not sure he was going for goal. Bounced inside the field of play and then was across the face, bouncing through for Port's first score of the evening. They're one behind Essendon at a 2-4-16. That's going to be the challenge, Shuri, as the night gets on, how they're going to contain Charlie Dixon.
Yeah, that's one thing, but they haven't had the ball up there to worry about it. The other thing is, I think about putting Robbie Gray onto the ball, just his class to get involved.
Oh, McDonald, Tip and Woody wanted to go short to Goddard, inside defensive 50. Wingard intercepted, gave the handball off to Burne-Jones, and then McDonald, Tip and Woody rewards his team because he then smothers the kick. We'll see a boundary throw in. The result, 45 metres around from goal for Port Adelaide. Tiff, down to you. Hamish Hartland was getting a bit of work done.
Yeah, looks like it's more just a tight hamstring. He's now sitting on the bench talking to the coach. He should be right to come back on.
Ball thrown in, 50 metres out from goal for Port Adelaide. Merritt trying to get a kick away, smothered off the boot, came down to Pollack, kicks on the left toward goal, touched on the goal line. The Irish free kick. Connor McKenna getting back there. There was a free kick, my apologies. So Essendon 2-4, Port Adelaide 1 behind.
Long kick comes to Hooker, who finds his man Collier on centre wing. In fact, just backward of the centre wing, City side. Collier goes back inside defensive 50 to Hurley, who comes across to the dock side of the ground into space. Running hard after it is McKenna, the Irishman, who he gets, didn't get a good bounce. Good tackle from him. He held him without the footy though. And McKenna will take it. That awkward moment where the ball, you're expecting it to bounce up, it just didn't happen. Handball off to Goddard, he kicks to the centre half back position to Merritt, who transfers play to the City side of the ground. Mark taken by Hurley, right on the paint, left half back defensive 50. Beautiful kick from Hurley, and he's found his man. And that man is Hartley, playing in a forward position tonight. Kicks into the corridor, taken by Goddard. Little handball off to Merritt, it's to do a 360. Handball back to Goddard. Further handball afield to Zaharakis. Now the kick inside, attacking 50. Fisted away by Broadbent, straight to Pollack. That was effective. Good tackle by Green, but he got the handball off to Jasper. Jasper Pittard has got an interesting hair arrangement tonight. We'll get to that later. Kicks towards half forward. And a free kick will go to Port Adelaide. Bagley took the mark, but he's given up the free kick to Robbie Gray.
So Robbie Gray smack bang in the middle of Etihad Stadium. High ball, wants Brad Ebert, gets him. Comes across, takes the mark out in front of Mark Bagley, and now Ebert, 45-degree angle kick from just outside 50.
You spoke about Hartley, Chris, so playing in a forward position. I reckon what they're doing is he's playing on Charlie Dixon as a key back, but they're trying to get Charlie Dixon out of that area where he can impact the scoreboard. So Hartley, every opportunity he gets, takes off and tries to play forward half.
Ebert, just 2 goals for the year, outstanding in his 200th last week. That's a shocking kick. He's kicked it into the forward pocket across the face of goal. Hurley in the back pocket for the Bombers, paddles it along the ground. Kelly had to ride a bump on that occasion from Pal Pepper, and I reckon Pal Pepper gave away the free kick as well. As Kelly, short little handball to Hurley, moves it outside defensive 50 again, doesn't spot up a teammate, but lucks of fortune. Bounced up on that occasion for Watson, kicks up toward half forward. McDonald, Tip and Woody ducked under his man, takes 1 bounce, takes 2 bounces, take another one, Kipper, runs to 30 out, goal to the Bombers. He just streaked away Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody, and the Bombers have their 3rd major of the night. 3-4-22 Port Adelaide, 1 behind, 13 gone, opening term for Ray White.
Well, just a great start, isn't it? They're just dominating in a lot of areas. 9-6 clearances, 4-3 clearances, but they're inside 59-6. It's just coming all from the halfback. They don't look like kicking a goal, Port Adelaide, at the moment. They've just had no penetration inside or deep inside their 58-metre arc, and the rebound from there, they've got to put some defensive pressure on.
So Essendon are initiating the extra defender. So they're playing 7-on-6 in the power forward line, which creates more space. The other is at 6-on-5 in their forward line. And they're using that extra number across half-back to dash through the middle of the ground. The power have got no answers. Ken Hinckley's got some work to do here.
Danaher up against Trengove. Trengove wins to Robbie Graves in the middle. Kick towards half forward. Well defended by Gleeson. Paddled to Collier. Handball to McGrath. Handball to Fantasia. Here they go again. Handball to Merritt. Back to Fantasia. He is off. 2 bounces through the centre. Now the long kick inside attacking 50. Where's Hooker? Couldn't take it in the back. Stewart kicks the goal. Oh, this is exciting stuff, Bomber fans. 2 goals to Stewart. And the Bombers are on fire. 4-4-28 on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Port are 1 behind. We've played 14 minutes and it doesn't get more exciting than that.
Well, what we love about the way the Bombers playing, Shorey, is they're straight down the middle of the ground. Everything is back through the corridor. In terms of possessions in that area of the ground, we've got the stats from champion data, 25 possessions to 17. As a result, they've got the 5 inside 50s from coming through the corridor. So it really is get the ball, get your hands on the footy, get it back into the middle, and then stream with that extra number from half back and get it inside as deep as possible, as quickly as possible.
They are the best first quarter team in the competition, the Bombers, but this is something else at the moment. 28 plays won midway through the opening term. Fantasia's tackle, ball spills out to Trengo, kicks out toward the City wing. Will it bounce up for Archie? It will, but knocked away from him immediately, sprinting onto it for the Bombers. Green gets a kick forward, inside 50, back with the flight of the ball. Hooker, he beat 2 men, picks up, snaps on the left, they've got another one. That one, a goal of the night for the Pancake Parlour. Hooker's got his second. The Bombers 5-4-34. Port Adelaide 1 behind. 9 scoring shots to 1 after 16 minutes of this game.
Well, they can't win a one-on-one, and I said they're rebounding from the half-back line. You've got to try and get a stoppage somehow, but no way. No, the rebound and the run, they're taking the game on. What I love is I don't think they've gone outside the square once when they've come through the centre corridor. They've just been brilliant in that way, the direction, getting a lot of one-on-ones deep in their forward line. That's what every forward loves.
Let's get down to Tiff.
The Essendon doctors just checking the vision on Fantasia. He's given the thumbs up to stay out there, but also Hartlett's just come back on, but they've had a 3-man bench, Port Adelaide, for the last 12 minutes, and the players are absolutely exhausted coming off the ground.
Thanks, Tiff. Back in the centre, Danaher wins it down. Disputed football. Trengo tracks it. Watson gathers. Handball to Goddard. Flicks a handball back to Merritt. Now a handball wide to McGrath, who ran from half-back. Hurried kick. Wide towards half-forward. Leading in the race, Hooker made a great start, already kicked a couple. Socked it off the ground by Homch. That's got to be deliberate, and the umpire calls it. Free kick to Essendon to be taken by Collier. Too far out to score. 60 from home. Right half forward. Pops it up. It'll land deep right forward pocket. Heppel up, couldn't take it. Close to the boundary line, picked up by Green. Left foot snap back to the top of the goal square. Coming in, Zaharakis. Got hands to it, couldn't take it. Here's a chance. It's a goal to Essendon. Joe Danaher somehow ended up with a footy. He was lying on the ground. Somehow got boot to ball from 10 metres and has kicked Essendon's 6th goal. Incredible stuff. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Essendon 6-4-40. Port 1 behind, 17 played opening term.
I don't care. Sometimes when you play football, you can kick the goal from the grandstand. That's when things are going your way. But this is just an annihilation at the moment. They're getting beaten around the clearances. Just a long kick in, and Danaher, well, he was tackled and he's went to the ground. He's a left footer, so you'd normally get a lot of space on your left foot. Oh, that's nearly gone through Westhoff's legs. Incredible goal.
Nutmegged him.
This is remarkable. What a start from the Bombers. 6-4 plays, 1 behind. Ball on the wing, Dockland side of the ground. This team's playing with confidence at the moment. McGrath, handball to Collier. Collier handballs to himself, tries to flick it up toward Heppel. Howlett managed to knock it to McGrath. Now the handball to Heppel. They steady, just defensive side of the wing. Hartley goes back inside defensive 50 to Kelly. Switches play toward the Dockland side. Hurley now. Man by himself on the wing. That's the Irishman in McKenna. He's going to be corralled by Burne-Jones. Didn't matter for McKenna. Easily got around him. Spears a kick inside 50. No one able to mark. Josh Green gets the crump. Picks up. Immediately tackled. Ping for holding the ball.
Gee, that was hard. I don't know about prior opportunity.
Gee,
nearly closer in the back.
We've got to pay more in the backs. That was a classic carried forward in the back. Should have been a free kick to Green. Westhoff's got it, right back pocket, kicks wide towards half-back, fisted away by Hartley. Another free kick to Port Adelaide, this time to Ryder. You'll hear the boos. Playing against his own club, Paddy Ryder from half-back, kicks beyond the wing, at the back, almost a clever mark. In fact, it's been paid. It's well taken by Trengove, who's been very good playing forward. And the last few minutes in the ruck for Port Adelaide. Kicks towards half-forward, out in front. Oh, it's a good mark by Ebert. And he's marked 55 from goal at right half forward. 7 or 8 paces in from the boundary line. Now kicks to the hot spot right in front of goal. McGrath's up, got hands to it, couldn't complete the mark. He claims it as it bounced on the turf. Now what's the umpire going to do here? He's going to ball it up. He's perhaps a fraction lucky. He got hands to it, ball hit the deck, he grabbed it again, laying on the ground. Didn't really look to make a genuine attempt, but a ball up 12 metres from Port's goal. They need one, obviously. One down by Ryder, taken by Fantasia, and a free kick. Now it's going to Port Adelaide. Called by the non-officiating umpire. Of course, 4 umpires in this round, and the free kick will come back to Robbie Gray. 15 out, directly in front.
Well, he's a great player, this bloke, and a lot of times if he's around the contest, you're thinking, he's so dangerous that you might grab a jumper. I'm trying to pick up why the free kick was paid, but the crowd's not happy. They're getting involved in this. They're loving this.
Aren't they? Here comes Gray. Robbie Gray, drop putt is a goal. So Port Adelaide finally have their first 20 minutes into the opening quarter on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Port 1-1-7, trail Essendon 6-4-40.
We'll check the Yarra Valley 2 out of replay when they show it, sure, and try and find out what that free kick was for, because I don't think anyone at the ground is any of the wiser about why that free kick was paid. And pretty dangerous position to be paying any free kick, so you want to make sure they are there. But that's what's been paid. The Port Adelaide boys are on the scoreboard now, but it's a smacking on the Southern Star Group stat sheet. Just disposals overall. Essendon plus 46, and plus 6 uncontested marks, they're plus 4 contested possessions, plus 6 inside 50s, and they're just dominating this contest at the moment.
Held the jumper, free kick was there.
Every day?
Yep, every day.
40 play 7 in favour of the Bombers. Bell Chambers wins the tap, comes down to Watson. On hands and knees, shuffled out a handball to Heppel. By hand to Zaharakis. He in turn to McKenna. Puts it back into the centre of the ground. Goddard couldn't mark. Ball came to ground. Picked up by Watson. Handball to Heppel. He gave it off. Wanted Zaharakis. Got Dixon instead. He was dispossessed. Didn't dispose of it correctly. Second go at it here for Dixon. Should have been pinged for incorrect disposal. Wasn't. Boak took possession. Gave the handball to Impey. Runs. Sprints inside 50. But it couldn't go over the head of Michael Hartley, who takes the mark. Top of his defensive goal square for the Bombers.
Should have gone short and wide. Instead goes to Merritt, who handballs to McGrath, who kicks it wide to Watson, who marks it right half back. Now directs traffic. Not a great kick towards Stewart at his feet. Now a chance for a turnover. Hartlett's got it. Well played. Got the handball to Cleary. Looping handball. All right, Tompus. Tompus threads it through. Here's Sam Gray. Runs to 48. Kick is offline and is through for a behind. So Port Adelaide just in the last 3 or 4 minutes starting to find a bit of the footy. They move to 1-2. Essendon are 6-4. We've played 22 minutes opening term.
3AW Saturday night footy for KFC. Hurley kicks to himself, then out wide. Hartley couldn't take the mark. Knocked it on toward Watson. He's been lively early. So too the skipper in Heppel. Spears it onto the chest of Josh Green. Wastes no time. Now into the centre corridor. Just forward to the centre. Tom Bell Chambers. Thumping ball. Top of the goal square. Hooker went up. Couldn't quite take the mark. Trying to come across from the side. Fantasia couldn't trap it. Hooker took a second go at it. Takes a flying shot at goal. Misses to the near side as he takes the snap. 6-5. 41 the Bombers. Port Adelaide 1-2-8. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. 23 gone. Opening quarter.
Jonas is hurt. Right on top of the goal, the square here where they're kicking in. He's down on his haunches. We'll have to see what happens there.
Pittard kick short to Ebert. Handball back to Pittard. Handball back to Weebert. All ordinary left foot helicopter type thing. Goes out to Ryder, who's able to do pretty well gather. Give the handball to Tompus, who kicks it back inside. And the mark's taken by Sam Gray. A little chip kick is effective, and Wines marks on centre wing. Right below our broadcast position here at 3AW. Wines, a careful kick to half forward is precise. Mark taken by Boak. Handball over the top. Here's Impey. Impey cuts in with the right boot. Shocking kick. Kicked it right on the belly. Might work out. Right or Trinko dropped the mark. They've got the numbers though. Picked up by Westhoff. Quick snap by Westhoff is offline. Through for another behind.
They're working hard really well defensively, the Bombers. Look at all their numbers. Chased that footy down the field. They got into possession in the corridor, and now they've set up beautifully for the kicking. They'll get this out as well.
Port 1-3, Essendon a 6-5.
Tiff, quickly down to you.
Tom Jonas has come off in a fair bit of pain. He got hit in the groin, so just having a rest on the bench at the moment.
Watson marks the kick in. Did I hear a snide little laugh in the background?
Just a little one.
Yeah, I thought so. Watson. Short to Heppel, right up against the boundary line. Still inside defensive 50.
They've shut this down pretty well, the power. Bombers. This is their bread and butter, locking the ball in this area of the ground, so they've been really disappointing. Or Essendon have been scintillating, to be fair.
Heppel toward the wing. Hooker's there, knocked away from him by Tom Clury, and we'll see a boundary throw in. Wing half forward for Port Adelaide. They're 139. Essendon 6-5-41. Opening quarter for Chemist Warehouse. Quit smoking with Nicorette for your opportunity to win the ultimate wellness getaway. You can enter online today at the Chemist Warehouse website. Ball tapped down. Westhoff sharks it. High ball inside 50. Hurley doesn't bother taking possession, just punches it about 30 metres forward for the Bombers. Lucks a fortune. Watson came up with it. Get his numbers in a moment. Gave it to Bell Chambers. He in turn to Goddard. Goddard down the centre corridor. Stewart, quick little handball off. Collier inside 50. Left forward pocket. Foot race on Green v Broadbent. Green got there first, but the boundary line beat both. And we'll see a boundary throw in left forward pocket for the Bombers at the Lloyd or Coventry end of the ground.
Joe Watson's got 7 for the Bombers. Merritt and Collier with 9 apiece lead them. Collier's game so far has been terrific. Really, he's one of those line breakers.
Left forward pocket, Bombers boundary throw in. Short one down by Ryder. Oh, he's tackled. Now comes to Ebert. Shark by Collier. Left foot snap from deep in the pocket. Pulls it back. He didn't and couldn't pull it back far enough. In fact, it's out on the full. So it'll be a free kick to Port Adelaide in the right back pocket. 6-5 Essendon, 1-3 Port. It's been a scintillating start. Pittard kicks all barely 15. It's paid. Broadbent's got it. Just in front of the goal square, his defensive goal square. Port Adelaide have been under siege. He kicks beautifully kicks to Impey. In fact, it's Wingard who marks defensive 50. So devoid of options, kicks short and wide. Byrne-Jones marks just outside defensive 50. Now he comes back and across to Pittard. Now he'll transfer play, it seems, to the dockside. No, changes his mind. He goes back to Byrne-Jones. So they're not coming up with too many ideas. Now that kick didn't go 15, so he's called to play on. Neither player realised initially. The kick long towards the wing and Ryder over the top gets a big fist, forced to spoil, and we get a boundary throw between wing and half forward for the Bombers. We've played 28 minutes. We've still got nearly 3 minutes of game time left, and the Bombers in control. They lead by 32 points.
Archie and Pal Pepper have not touched the ball so far, boys.
From the throw in, McDonald, Tip and Woody. Kicks inside 50. Hooker trying to trap it. Picked up for Port Adelaide by Toompas. Gets a clearing ball outside defensive 50. Ebert races toward it, beaten to it by his teammate in Dixon. Fed the handball up to Westhoff. They could be out here, Port Adelaide. Westhoff by hands to Ebert. Takes a couple of bounces down the city wing. Handball laterally to Wingard. To Westhoff. Back to Wingard. Pops the ball inside 50. Shocking kick. Bounces up for Goddard. Bombers out now. Watson handball down the centre corridor to Heppel. He goes laterally in turn to Connor McKenna. Plenty of space in front of him for the Irishman. Goes across the AFL Toyota logo. Kicks to right half forward, marked by Fantasia.
That was a great mark too. Plenty of pressure coming from Byrne-Jones. Handball back to McKenna. He's got it 60 from goal. Great kick straight to the top of the goal square. Hooker! Oh, he's taken a beauty. A mark of the night for Robot Building Supplies. 15 out, dead in front. Now I just want to talk about Connor McKenna. When Port were bringing the ball down the city side, he sprinted from half forward, Essendon, into the full back area, and then he was the one that ran out with the footy and got it on the wing.
A lot of it is work rate at the moment, Chris. So you're right.
Exceptional running. Here comes Hooker. He's kicked 2. Now he's kicked 3. And the Bombers have kicked 7 in this opening term. 28 minutes played. And on the Chemist Warehouse scoreboard, Essendon 7-5-47, Portal 1-3-9.
Well, there was talk about Carl Hooker going back to defence a couple of weeks ago. Going to the reserves, going back to defence. Is getting him out of that forward line because he wasn't effective. He said, "Damn it, boys, I'm here to stay." And John Morsfield's stayed the course with him. It's paying dividends here, and clearly he's on the end of it. There's a really good one-on-one mark in that 20-metre zone for the Bombers, but it's the way they're getting it in. It's long and deep. They've kicked 6 goals within 30 metres of goal. So they're not kicking from outside 50 or 40 to 50 on the boundary line. It's within 30 metres of goal. So they're hitting hot spots, putting real pressure on this Port defence.
Essendon's best ever first quarter against Port Adelaide's Essendon's best first quarter of season 2017. It's been quite remarkable. Wines in the middle of the ground. Shocking handball. Intercepted by Collier. Flicked it off. Heppel to Howlett. Merritt fumbled. Recovered from 51 metres out on the left. Ball off to the right. 7-6, 48 the Bombers. Port Adelaide 1-3-9, 29 gone in the first term.
They're playing Trengrove as a forward, Port Adelaide. I don't like that. He's kicked 22 goals in his career. He kicked 9 last year. He's playing on Hurley to try and stop him. One of the hardest roles you would ever like. I'd rather him be in defence for a bit of the game, or mobile ruckman.
Broadbent long to half-back. Hempel takes it. Handball to Kelly. Kick inside, attacking 50. Lands in space. First there, Polak. Now he gets a handball wide to Toompas. Still in defensive 50. Now he kicks it wide, and the mark's taken by Ollie Wines.
Gee, that's a safety kick, that. That went 5 metres sideways. They paid the mark anyway, but look up the ground. Try and get some distance with your kick.
Wines towards the wing. Oh, gee, big contest. Couldn't take it at the back. Joe Danaher sits and waits. Handball off and taken by Myers. In fact, it's Hartley. Kicks towards half forward. Had it fisted away, did McDonald, Tip and Woody. Now here's a chance for Port Adelaide. Polak kicks it into the centre. Trengove takes the mark, looking for runners. Handball back to Pittard. Look out, son, you're in trouble. Got the handball off in the nick of time to Hartlett. Hartlett threads the handball through to Polak, fumbles. McGrath dives in on top of it, ties Polak up. Great defence by the Bombers. A chance wide as the quarter time siren. I reckon Essendon fans would like it to be the 3/4 time siren, because they have a commanding lead at the first break. Chemist Warehouse scoreboard. Essendon 7-6-48. Port Adelaide 1-3-9. It's a 39-point advantage to the Bombers.
Cale Hooker kicked 3 goals in that opening quarter. James Stewart kicked 2 singles to Danaher, and it was a ripper. And to Anthony McDonald, Tip and Woody. Robbie Gray with the lone goal for Port Adelaide. It came at the 20-minute mark of that opening quarter. The Bombers, with their best first quarter of the year, their best first quarter ever against Port Adelaide. At quarter time, Essendon 7-6-48, Port Adelaide 1-3-9. And with thanks to KFC, this is 3AW football.
Did it well. Handball to Hartley. Great tackle coming from Hooker. And it's been rewarded. Must kick this. Get the Bombers off to a good start. He does.
Picked up by Hooker. Centre half forward. Handballs it across to Green. He in turn got it to Stewart. Another one for the Bombers. Off a step. Tipper! Oh, he flew nice and high.
That would have been marked of the year.
So disappointing.
He almost had the roof. 0 bounces. Take another one. Tipper runs to 30 out. Goal to the Bombers.
Couldn't take it in the back. Stewart kicks the goal. Oh, this is exciting stuff, Bomber fans.
Hooker, he beat 2 men, picks up, snaps on the left, they've got another one.
But Hansford couldn't take it. Here's a chance. It's a goal to Essendon. Joe Danaher. He was lying on the ground, somehow got boot to ball goal. It's going to Port Adelaide. Called by the non-officiating umpire. Robbie Gray drop putt is a goal. So Port Adelaide finally have their first. To the top of the goal square. Hooker! Oh, he's taken a beauty. He's kicked 3, and the Bombers have kicked 7 in this opening term.
Essendon's best first quarter of the year. Essendon's best first quarter ever against Port Adelaide, and the second highest score in a first quarter this season. Outstanding performance from Essendon. 7-6-48 at quarter time, leading Port Adelaide 1-3-9. 3AW Saturday night footy for KFC. Daniel Harford and Tony Shaw pouring over all the numbers for Southern Star Group.
Well, you look at the first quarter numbers and the key components we looked at before the game: contested possessions and clearances. And the Bombers are up 7 in contested possessions, and through the year they are ranked 17, and in clearances they rank 18, and they are up by 1. So that's where they're doing it at the coalface. But what they're doing on the back of that, Shorey, is slingshotting with hands from half back to just open up this Port Adelaide midfield.
Plus 28 handball receives. They are running harder and working harder than Port Adelaide.